Hey guys, it's Tori. So today we are going to be doing a video all about my Kindle. So I figured I would do a Kindle recommendations, my kind of like Kindle TBR, and just everything you need to know about having a Kindle. Maybe you've been wanting to get a Kindle or you have one and you just don't utilize it enough, but I thought this would be the perfect video to just talk all about my Kindle, the things I like about it, all my recommendations, and all of the books that I want to read on there. So without further ado, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my face. Check out all my socials down below, including my Goodreads and my Amazon wishlist. And let's get into my Kindle recommendations slash everything you need to know about owning a Kindle. Okay, so first we're going to talk about what Kindle I have. I have the, I believe, 11th generation Kindle. It is the Kindle Paperwhite. I have the black one. I got it for Christmas from my boyfriend. It was whatever the 2022 newest one was. I don't have the box for it anymore, and I can't 1000% remember exactly what generation it was, but it was the 2022 generation. I do know that. I know they have come out with some new limited edition or like special colors. There's this beautiful sage green color that they offer now, but mine is just the plain black. And then my hardcover green case I just got on Amazon. It was like $10 or $15 maybe. And then all of the stickers that I have on here to decorate are all from Etsy, and they are the newest thing to do with my Kindle. I just got them recently, but I love them. I have one that says emotional support Kindle. I have a Harry reference. I have one about coffee, and then I obviously have the infamous Mr. Rise's quote that says, "Hello, favorite darling." If you don't know, I literally am obsessed with ACOTAR. Love it so much. But yeah, that is what Kindle I have, where I got my case and my stickers. A lot of people will get pop sockets in a clear case for theirs, but I personally like having the like fold over. So we are first going to go over all of the books I have read on my Kindle. I'm gonna pull up my Goodreads on my iPad so that I can make sure I don't forget any of the books, because a lot of them I don't still have in my Kindle library. You can borrow up to 20 books at a time, I believe, and when I got my Kindle it came with 4 months free of Kindle Unlimited, and then after that is $10 a month. I personally think it is so worth it. I literally love my Kindle so much. I don't know what I would do without it, and there's a ton of books on there that you can choose from, and you can even buy books. You don't only have to have Kindle Unlimited books, and you can get the Kindle app on your iPad, your phone, obviously on a Kindle. That is what a Kindle is for, but I also have the Kindle app on both my iPad and my phone if I want to read while I'm at work or I just don't have my Kindle on me. But the reason I like reading on my Kindle is because I feel like it's just very convenient. I like having a device that's specifically for reading. I feel like my iPad is just way too big, and sometimes my phone is just too small, which is why I think the Kindle is just the perfect size. It's so compact. It's perfect for traveling. A lot of times I will read books I own on paperback on my Kindle because I read probably 2 times as fast when I read on my Kindle. But those are just some of the things I really love about having my Kindle. My boyfriend knows how much I use this and how much I appreciate him getting it for me. So if you don't have one and you're thinking about getting one, I personally recommend one unless you just want to get the app on your phone or your iPad or whatever and read on that instead. Alright, now let's go over all of the books I have personally already read on my Kindle. So the very first book I ever read on my Kindle was Indigo Ridge by Daphne Perry. This is the first book in the Edens series. That entire series is on Kindle Unlimited. Like the entire series, I have read the first 2 personally. I love those books. They're so good. I gave it a 5-star rating. I was literally obsessed with it. I read it in like 2 or 3 days. It was literally such a good book. Small town, there's a little bit of mystery in it, and it was very grumpy sunshine. I loved it so much. This one I didn't read on my Kindle, but I'm like 90% sure it is a Kindle Unlimited book, which is Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. This is my all-time favorite book ever. Is right up there next to ACOTAR. I literally am obsessed with that book. I think about those characters every single day, literally every single day without doubt. I recommend it to everybody. If you want a book to read, read Say You Swear. It will change the whole game for you. It's so good. I highly recommend. And this one I didn't know, which is very surprising, but the Magnolia Parks universe is on Kindle Unlimited. I read the physical copy for a reading vlog a couple of months ago, and I personally didn't love it, but it's a very mixed emotion story. Either you love it or you kind of hate it. I was kind of in the middle. I gave it a 3-star, but that series is on Kindle Unlimited. The paperbacks are very expensive, so if you are wanting to give the series a try, that would be the best way I would say do it. Like I was saying, the Eden's series is on Kindle, so I read Juniper Hill, which is the second book in the series. I gave that one 4.5 stars. Once again, small town romance. Really liked it. It's also single parent trope and forced proximity and Grumpy Sunshine. I thought it was so good. Not as good as the first one in my personal opinion. I know a lot of people prefer the second book in the series over the first one, but I liked the first one better. The next book I read on my Kindle is Playing Hard to Get by Monica Murphy. This is the first book in the Players series. I loved this book. I ate it up. I read it in literally one day. Oh my god, it's so good. I'm so excited for the second one to come out at the very end of this month. I cannot wait to read it. I'm definitely going to read it on my Kindle, and I know I'm going to love it. But it is a college romance. It's football as well, which I love a good sports romance. You guys know this. I thought it was so good. Monica Murphy is definitely a spicy author, so if you don't like spice and you prefer closed door romances, I don't recommend really anything from her, but I personally thoroughly enjoyed this book. My next recommendation is Beneath the Stars by Emily McIntyre. I gave this one 4.25 stars. I thought it was really good. It was childhood friends to lovers, and then something really bad happens, and then they just like don't talk or see each other for a really long time, and then they pop up again in present time in each other's lives, and they fall back in love. So it's so good. You get the past and present point of view. I really enjoyed it. It only took me 2 days to read it, so I really highly recommend that book. It was so good. Next one I own on paperback but I also read on my Kindle is Twisted Games. The entire Twisted series is on Kindle. It's by Anna Huang. I gave it 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was better than Twisted Love. A lot of people said that the series gets better as you go on, but that's a very popular series that if you've been wanting to try out, they do offer on Kindle. And then I read In a Jam by Kate Canterbury. This one is literally actually right here. I own it in paperback as well, but like I said, I read so much faster on my Kindle, which is why I chose to read it on my Kindle. I gave this one 4 stars. I really liked it. It's small town romance, once again second chance, and friends to lovers. This one is also single parent trope, and you get the past and present point of view. I thought it was really cute and really good. And then my most recent Kindle reads was A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime and Birthday Kisses by Monica Murphy. I gave both of these books 4 stars. Birthday Kisses is a very short novella that comes after you read A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime. I have been wanting to read it for a really long time, and a lot of people say it's really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I only had a few issues with it, and that was the fact that I felt like their age was kind of weird. I felt like they should have been college students rather than high school students, just based on some of the things they did and the way they talked and stuff like that. But overall, I really enjoyed it, and I thought that the novella was actually so cute. It's literally like 50 pages, and I didn't want it to end. I really wanted it to have more of a story, but I thoroughly enjoyed that book, so I highly recommend that little novel and then the super small novella that comes right after it. Okay, so those are all of my Kindle recommendations, and now we're going to get into my Kindle TBR. Once again, a good majority of these I do own in paperback, but like I said, I love reading on my Kindle. I read so much faster, so I have them both on my Kindle library and also in paperback form. But we're just going to go over some of the ones that are on my TBR and just also some very popular books that you can get on Kindle. So the first one is Consider Me by Becca Mack. I own both this book and the the second book, which I believe is Play With Me, in the paperback form. But before I got those, I downloaded them on my Kindle. I'm very, very excited to read them. Alexia is currently reading them and she's obsessed with them. I also know that Books with JB, aka my bestie Juliana, she loved these books. She said they're so, so good. So if you've been interested in that little series, it is on there. Darling Venom is also on there. That is one that I have wanted to read for a very long time and I don't own on paperback. I know that Sarah Caroli is obsessed with that book and she highly recommends it. So if that's one that you've kind of had on your radar, it is on Kindle Unlimited. A bunch of Sophie Lark books are on Kindle Unlimited. So you have her Brutal Birthright series is on there, and then also her other main series. Like, most of her books are on there. So if you've been wanting to read anything Sophie Lark, they are basically all on KU. I have a couple in there that I've been looking at and I've been wanting to read. I tried reading Brutal Prince and I just couldn't get into it, even though I only read like the first 2 chapters. But I decided to put it on the back burner and move on to something else. Forever Never by Lucy Score is on there. I know that they have a lot of Lucy Score books. I believe By a Thread is on there, and also the Knock 'Em Out series. So if you've been wanting to read the brand new release by Lucy Score, I'm 90% sure that is on there. Haunting and Hunting Adeline are also both on KU. I know those are very dark romances and you definitely need to check the trigger warnings before you go into that little duology, but I've heard they're very good. But seriously, please, please, please check trigger warnings before you commit to that. I didn't even know how many trigger warnings there were until some of my friends let me know that it's very, very dark, very hard to read sometimes. So please, please, please check trigger warnings and make sure you are in the right headspace before you try and read those books. Mile High and The Right Move by Liz Townford are both on KU. I own Mile High in paperback, and then I have The Right Move in my KU library. Those are hockey romances and sports romances. I've heard that they are literally so, so good, and they are like life-changing to some people. They're like, these are my top books of all time. I know that Larry Reeds is obsessed with those books, and I believe Steph Boyer also really, really enjoys them. I've had them on my radar and I definitely want to read them very soon. The last book that is in my KU TBR library is The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. A lot of Lauren Asher's books are on KU. She's a very, very popular author that is kind of becoming bigger in the book world. She has her newest release, The Final Offer, just came out, which is part of the Fine Print series. It's the Dreamland Billionaire series, but that book's been getting a lot of buzz, and I know a lot of people said it's their favorite in the whole series. So if you've been wanting to try out Lauren Asher or that series, it is on KU. Kindle Unlimited has way more books than the ones I just mentioned. Those are just the ones that I have read and I personally am excited to read on there, but they have millions of books. They also have a like audiobook option. That one does cost, I think, $15 a month. So I personally haven't subscribed to it because I just think that paying $10 a month plus paying whatever you pay for your Amazon account a month and then Audible on top of it is a little ridiculous, and I just can't commit to that personally. But if you are into audiobooks, they have a ton of audiobook options for you to look into. But that is everything to do with my Kindle, everything I love about it, why I love it, some of my recommendations, and some of the books on my radar that are on KU. I hope that this helped you guys a little bit and tried to convince you to get a Kindle or at least subscribe to the Kindle Unlimited app. I personally literally love my Kindle. I take it everywhere. Even if I don't have a book on there that I'm currently reading, I still take it with me just in case, and I always have the app on my phone if I'm at work and I have nothing to do and I just want to start reading a new book. I always have that option. So that is everything to know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my face. Let me know if any of these recommendations are ones you're going to check out, or if I maybe convinced you to get a Kindle. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my face. Check out all my socials, including my Goodreads and my Amazon wishlist, and I will see you all next time. Bye, guys!